Now, of course, technically, the war with the Klingons occurs a century earlier than Picard's era, but first contact with the Klingons occurs another 50 years or so prior to that. The first contact was a ship-to-ship contact. From that point on, Starfleet had sporadic skirmishes, battles, and ongoing conflict for decades, with nothing accounting to a full-scale hot war involving the invasion of territory and the occupation of worlds. But just before Starfleet, before there was a prime planet, Axanar, was discovered. Cold, harsh planet, a pre-industrial primitive civilization, large deposits of valuable minerals. In the mid-22nd century, the United Earth ship Bonaventure, commanded by Captain Adrian H. Huckleby, landed on Axanar to study its. The initial contact party consisted of 14 members. Casually opened up communications with Axanarians, whose initial contact with them was very violent. In spite of such casualties, the contact team was able to learn the Axanarian language. They were inducted into the Axanarian culture and regarded as the 14 gods. Some decades later, second contact occurred. USS Yardley returned to Axanar to study the impact of one of the civilization. Except that this time, an early version of the prime effect, albeit too late, contact protocols were observed, and the seven-man away team was shuttled to the surface, disguised as Axanarian. This was unknown to the away team, a highly religious culture had developed. They were asked by the first Axanarians if they were of the 14. Not knowing how to respond to this, they should have said yes, but they said no, and all save one of the away team were killed. It was customary to let one return to his tribe, so that it could be known that only those of the 14 were worthy of leadership. The 14 had become a sacred number that referred to the 14 gods, Bonaventure's first contact team. The Axanarian tendency to violent ritual led to conflict with outsiders. The Axanarians were close, steeped in complex ritual and codes of warrior culture. Tell me, doesn't the nature of the Axanarians seem kind of familiar now? At this time, there had been no thorough study of Axanarian DNA, and if the scientists had been able to compare the DNA of certain other starfaring warriors, most of history may have returned. And I have no doubt Starfleet would have kept a much closer eye. Axanar was placed under quarantine as a protectorate sanctuary. They would return again some 50 years later to check on the Axanarian progress. Now, during this time, contact had been made with the Klingons in a ship-to-ship confrontation about 50 years before the Four Years' War, which began with the USS Century. The Century had recovered an alien shuttle. The occupant of the shuttle asked for asylum, and it isn't known whether the occupant of the shuttle was a Klingon, but it was more than likely an escaped Kuth, or a servitor race of the Klingons at this time were known to subjugate, exploit, or enslave what they considered to be inferior species. The pursuant Klingon warship arrived and demanded the surrender of the shuttle. Shots were exchanged between the Klingons and the Federation ship, but the battle was inconclusive. The Klingon commander promised to return to wreak havoc on the people of the Federation. All of this indirectly confirms what Picard said centuries ago. In his time, this would have coincided with the first contact with Klingons. And when he says decades of war, this refers to skirmishes plus the Cold War and then a hot war. For decades, frequent bloody encounters with Klingon ships occurred, and then strangely, for a period of years, the Klingon frontier fell silent. Starfleet intelligence would eventually learn that the Klingons were fighting a full-scale war against an unknown enemy on the front far away from the Federation. Feeling a sense of perhaps false security, Starfleet put more resources into exploration and diplomacy during this time. New ship classes such as the Anton, Larson, and Lopnar began production, as well as the infamous Constitution class. The Federation at this time put the Romulans in check, expanded through peaceful diplomatic outreach, and explored the galaxy without fear. Many in the Federation Council, such as the Andorians and the Tellarites, felt that the Federation had become dangerously stagnant, and it didn't matter that the Klingons were fighting a war on another front, they would eventually return to wreak havoc on the Federation. Little did Starfleet know that the Klingon Emperor, Vassalor, controls the ruling houses, being pressured to expand in the Federation territory by the most powerful Klingons. Klingons tend to break down into civil war if not fighting some external enemy tonight. And this was still true in the FASA RPG universe. They deemed the Federation to be the weakest of their local adversaries. Their overall goal would be to annex a large part of Federation space, consolidate this, and then turn their attention to the Rhine. It is also
House Halalu maintained. Peace of mind. So many strange.